Happy birthday to everyone born on January 9th. This is not a warm, comforting birthday. January 9th is the day where power shows its teeth, images replace truth, and systems reveal what they were always willing to do when pushed. In France, on January 9th, 1431, Joan of Arc is put on trial for heresy and ruin. The charges are religious on paper and political in reality, and the verdict is already decided before she speaks. January 9th doesn't bother pretending justice is neutral when power feels threatened. In Africa, on January 9, 1992, Algeria's military cancels national elections, triggering a brutal civil war. Democracy pauses the moment the outcome becomes inconvenient, and violence steps in to manage the rest. January 9th has no illusions about how fragile the process really is. Globally, on January 9, 2007, Apple unveils the iPhone. What looks like a sleek gadget quietly rewires posture, attention, and behavior, turning human focus into a commodity that never really clocks out. January 9th doesn't announce control, it makes it portable. On the cultural side, January 9th, 1959, Barbie enters mainstream retail through Mattel. Identity becomes plastic, standardized, and purchasable, and an idealized version of life is shrink-wrapped and sold as aspiration. January 9th understands that power works best when it looks harmless. January 9th birthdays reflect that same tension. Richard Nixon, born January 9th, 1913, embodies control, paranoia, and ambition pushed far enough to collapse under its own weight. January 9th doesn't reward restraint. It reveals what happens when authority believes it's untouchable. At the other end of the spectrum, Catherine, Princess of Wales, born January 9th, 1982, represents poise as survival and composure as a form of labor. Public life becomes performance, and restraint becomes the price of visibility. January 9th knows power doesn't always shout. Sometimes it smiles and stands very still. That's January 9th. Trials without fairness, democracy with an asterisk, technology that owns your attention, identity sold in boxes. Power that either overreaches or learns how to hide. January 9th isn't chaotic, it's controlled. Happy birthday.